Folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier here with a special bag. This will be a what's in the bag. Temu is this kind of fun place to shop. It's a cheapo company, meaning that the prices are pretty cheap. And then if you get the app like I have, they have all these specials and deals and stuff. And as I've said to people in real life, if you're just looking for stuff like this, like alcohol pads, I kind of need an endless amount. Uh, Eyeglass wipes. You can probably get stuff like plastic spoons. Although recently I have gotten some shirts on there. This shirt in this bag. I did a video yesterday of getting that bag shirt. Also, I got this this is an NWO t-shirt, New World Order. Look for the other video. But I know that you have an insatiable need for new content here on One Mike Messier. If you're not a subscriber, if you're watching on Facebook or Twitter, why don't you subscribe? Do me a favor for once. Looks like I'm wearing my shirt backwards. I don't know what to do. I mean, I suppose I could change. This is how I do it. God, this is a little too intimate now. For Christ's sake. I don't know what to do. Hold on. God's sake. All goddamn flustered. I come home from a long day. I want to recalibrate myself. I change my shirt. I have the shirt on backwards, and it's very humiliating. What else? I should have showed you a goddamn video while I was doing that, but I forgot. It slipped my mind. Let's get to the main event. Let's get to the opening of the bag. Because I could have shown a fucking video, but just things are not perfect, folks. This is live YouTubing. Now, the thing with the cutting of the bag is you don't want to cut any of the items. That is a concern, because if you had like a t-shirt or something, maybe a poster, I know you enjoy the cutting of the bag. That's like your big fetish, you freak. You enjoy that, don't you? You enjoy the release of energy that comes with the bag being cut. Okay. So there's several items in this bag. Ow! I just hurt my goddamn shoulder. Jesus H. It's just a tough night. Christ's sakes. So let's see what's in here first. So we have a bag within a bag. I don't know if you can see that properly. I'm going to cut this. It feels like a cylinder. And it's interesting because I think I double ordered. What's one thing with the Temu app is sometimes you get a little confused, or at least I do. Oh, okay. It's, see that? It's very exciting. It's packing tape, like packing tape. And get this, a dispenser. So for all my wonderful eBay selling, of which I sell things on the Foreign Object eBay store, I now have this wonderful professional taping apparatus. It's one of those things that you see people, if they have like a fucking tape dispenser, you kind of like, oh man, I wish I had one of those, but you don't really want to buy it. You don't really want to spend money on something like that, like some fucking household item. But that's kind of the fun thing with Temu, is some of these household items are so cheap, or shall I say affordable. Because if you go to Office World or whatever the fuck, Office Space, Office Max, they're always going to overcharge for that horse shit. I mean, it's all variations of plastic is what it comes down to. So here at least, I have discovered I typically buy like a roll of this stuff at the Dollar Tree, and recently all their tape has been, I just nicked myself, by the way. This thing could kill somebody. I mean, you could slice somebody's throat with this thing. Not that I'm thinking about it. Don't worry. Now I have to assemble this thing. Everything's so difficult. So I guess it goes like this in some regard. Christ's sakes. It's one of those things where you don't want to do it wrong. I don't know if I did this right or wrong. Then you find your tape. So I am kind of, what the Dollar Tree tape, it's all the goddamn tape sticks to itself. And it's really not even worth the dollar, to be honest with you, because it's so frustrating. I'll sit there for minutes. Then you have to like cut up the tape. Here we go. So you put the goddamn thing on there. I did read some of the reviews. There were some complaints that the tape did not exactly fit properly. I don't even know if I did this right. God in heaven. Like there's like a roller and all this horse shit. I'm not sure how this works, to be honest with you. God in heaven. So, okay, so that seems, kind of feels like I did it wrong already. I'm not really sure how this works, to be honest with you. Like something seems off. I think I have it backwards, perhaps. But the tape seems good. I just don't know how to do stuff like this. I mean, it's going to work. I'm just going to have to figure it out better because I think I have it backwards or some such thing. So maybe if I just gently flip this, now the tape is sticking to me, for Christ's sakes. But I wish I had an image of this product so I could just look. But this is, I mean, it's going to work. It's just, I can't figure it all out in this moment, okay? So I just feel like, and I don't want to break it because it's not like it's made out of cast iron. It's plastic. God in heaven. The tape is nice, though. And this cutting apparatus, it could really hurt somebody, okay? I mean, this thing's a fucking weapon. So it does work. I just need to kind of figure it out better. All right. I hear you. You're telling me to move on. What's next? Some eyeglass wipes. If you wear glasses like I do, it's nice to have those. Oh, look at this. Wonderful canvas board. This is for my drawing, for my art, actually for my painting, not my drawing. What else? O.J. Simpson died today, in case you're mourning the loss, or perhaps you're celebrating the loss. Oh, yes. From the deepest, darkest jungles of Africa, this is black African soap. Very exciting. All these wonderful things. I've actually had a serving of this already. It is nice. In case you've never tried it. More eyeglass wipes. This seems like a very functional purchase. I thought I had ordered some fucking hats, and they did not come yet. That's another thing with Temu, more eyeglass wipes. So this is a functionality. This is not a glamour purchase. This is a fun, like a purchase of stuff. Hey, watch this for a second. Folks, that's your buddy Mike Messier. That's my other YouTube channel, One Pro Wrestling and Sports Fan YouTube channel. I have all these YouTube presences. What else can we say? I mean, what a day. O.J. Simpson died, 76, Hall of Fame career, unfortunately, probably better known for the alleged murders. Found guilty in the civil case, found not guilty in the criminal case, as far as I know. How do I feel about it? I mean, I think it was pretty clear that he did it. I mean, there's also some stuff that I just heard about today, or I had known a tinge of it, but his son apparently, the year that Nicole Simpson got murdered, OJ's son from a different mother had some arrests and situations of violence against women. So perhaps, who knows, maybe his son was involved, maybe he wasn't. What a situation that was. I mean, you see all these documentaries. OJ in Black and White is the name of one of them. I think Cuba Gooding Jr. played OJ in a docu series of sorts, like a narrative. Well, that's it, folks. I mean, if you had a comment, you could have shared it. I would have commented on your comment. I would have addressed your ailments. But you can look on this channel. There's a bunch of other stuff. I just saw Civil War movie tonight with Kirsten Dunst. I gave that stars. I saw the first Omen last night. I gave that 4 stars. The movies are very strong. UFC 300 is coming up this weekend. I'm going to go watch the fights, the main card at the movie theater. I'll probably do a post analysis either that night or the day after on One Pro Wrestling and Sports Fan. That's UFC 300. I won't be doing a live watch along because I'm going to the movie theater to watch the fights. Regal Cinema will be having it in this venue, and I'll be watching the fights. I don't really know too much about the card. I mean, PX Sarah and Hill. The thing with me and this wrestling and this MMA, I can always remember the names of the wrestlers. The MMA guys, I just can't remember everything. There's just too much. My buddy's checking in here. Michael AJ Norris. Michael had a request for me last night, which because I was seeing the first Omen, I could not address AJ, which was what did your buddy Mike think about this whole CM Punk footage, Jack Perry, Jungle Boy? AJ was asking me for my opinion. I'll share it now if you don't mind. Kind of much ado about nothing. I mean, I think that you could even tell, at least I could feel it in the Bucks. The Bucks didn't look like they were really enjoying themselves. Not even as like heels in their introducing this thing. I think this could be one of those things where, you know, Tony Khan acted irrationally. He wanted to get a little bit of spite out of his system. He thought that this footage would somehow embarrass CM Punk, perhaps, and he wanted to get it out there. Then they kind of shoehorn it into this storyline of the Young Bucks. Are they welcoming back Jack Perry into the fold? I don't know if anybody really cares, so I think it was one of those, Dixie Carter has an announcement that's going to shock the wrestling world type of things, like just one of those silent farts in church that nobody cares about. And, I'll be honest with you, gentlemen, as I always am. I don't watch Dynamite Weekly. I don't watch Raw Weekly. I'm a cord cutter. I have so many options right now and so much content that I'm behind on. I have Max, I have Peacock, I have this, that, and the other. Fire Stick I just got, which I enjoy the Fire Stick, but I don't have cable TV, and I just don't really feel like I miss much. For the wrestling, I watch it on Peacock, or I typically watch the AEW pay-per-views when I can in the movie theater, and then I watch the stuff on YouTube later that night, because typically I'm going to the movies or I'm doing some other activity at night. Will Ospreay went off on Hunter as well. It was petty. I did see the article. I think you sent me that article, AJ, and I did read it. And I guess Hunter, or whatever we call him, Paul Levesque, made some type of statement that basically was questioning why a guy like Will Ospreay would not sign with WWE. And basically saying, like, if you don't want to grind it out, if you're not up for being, a young, hungry wrestler, then we don't want you anyway. Kind of an interesting, riddle that Triple H put out there. Basically, if you're not willing to sign with us, we're not the type of you're not the type of wrestler we want anyway. Okay. So, I mean, it's a pretty good argument. It's one of those like philosophy class arguments by Paul Levesque, which is hard to argue with, I mean, from his perspective. But, Will Ospreay said what he said. I guess in some regard, buddy, it's not 1997. It's not NWO, WCW versus WWF. It's ECW third place. I mean, it feels like any attempt to rekindle a wrestling war in this modern era. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, when you had Dynamite going head to head with NXT, that was about as close as we could get. I guess I'm just not really interested in the Twitter wars and the war of the words of these wrestlers. To be honest with you, AJ, as I always am, I thought that there was a chance that we might see Tony Khan at WrestleMania this past weekend. I really did. I wouldn't have been surprised if he came strutting out there before the Cody match, or somehow they intertwined him. I do feel like Triple H is more open to working with other companies, and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Triple H is no dummy. Tony Khan and his father have a lot of money, so I don't really think that the WWE wants to push too hard and try to squash those guys. Mikey movie coming out Friday. Sting, it appears, a movie suppose eats not you not weak 1 in 90 or 8-legged freaks. I don't think I saw 8-legged freaks. I think that was that about spiders, like evil spiders. Um, I have seen the commercial or the poster for Sting. It's a horror movie. It's not to be confused with The Sting, the late 70s drama about moonshining or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I'll probably go see it, buddy. You know me. I see everything. I saw Civil War tonight. I've got my review up. I saw The First Omen, which I thought was really well made. I saw the Liam Neeson thing last weekend. So I've seen all these goddamn movies. That's why I can't watch all the wrestling, buddy. I mean, there's only one of me to go around. You know what I mean? Yes, David Arquette, and look it out. Was David Arquette in 8-legged freaks, you're saying? Or he wasn't in Sting? These scissors, by the way, Temu scissors, are very sharp. I mean, if you had like a burglar or something, you could just stab the motherfucker right in the jugular. You know what I mean? That is like another movie thing where, like, if you're getting attacked by some bad guy, you just reach for a pair of scissors and you stab them in the side of the throat, or the side of the neck, I should say. I guess there is no side of the throat. The throat is kind of center ground, and the side of the neck is over here. So that's a good way to defend yourself, is just to jab someone in the fucking side of the neck. What else? I did get pulled over tonight. Luckily for me, Officer Friendly was quite friendly. He did not give me a ticket. He gave me a stern warning, though. Did ask for my driver's license, which I did provide. Proof of insurance, which I provided. My insurance card had actually expired, but I told the fine gentleman that my card, it was the same number. The policy is just renewed a week ago, and I did pull up on my phone there the policy. Everything was fine. Perfectly nice interaction with the police. It's just, even if you just get pulled over for something like that, basically I had a tail light out. No big deal. I'll just get it fixed. But you do get a little fluster in your stomach. You know what I mean? Even if it's perfectly fine, no hassle, no getting out of the car, no hands on the wheel, no back and forth, just a pleasant exchange between two gentlemen. And but it still kind of screws you up. You know what I mean? Like, just a little bit, because then you start worrying about, oh my God, now I have to get my car fixed and all this happy horse shit. Oh, what else? I did watch the movie The Office Space, by the way. I believe 1995 or 1999. Jennifer Aniston, very attractive, still is. I mean, she's one of these Hollywood queens that's retained her beauty. Who is the guy? Ron Hamburger or Ron Silver, whatever the fuck his name is. Ron Firestorm or something plays the lead in that movie. The thing with the movie Office Space, the movie starts so strong. The first 45 minutes to an hour is really strong, and then the second half just bites it. It really goes into the shitter pot, to be quite frank. It's just not as good. So the movie The Office, I saw at a special events situation. Michael A.J. Norris has another comment. Mikey, I read Roman can bring out Universal Championship, the blue one. Said Cody won WWE Championship, not Universal Championship. I was like, that sounds stupid. And I totally agree, buddy. That does sound stupid, because as we've been told for the last 2 years, I think it's been 2 years or 3 since Roman unified. It's been 2 since Roman unified the title with Brock, because Roman had the Universal title. Interestingly enough, he beat Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman in a 3-way for that. And Bray Wyatt was the defending champion. Here's another little item that I got off Temu. Speaking of Bray Wyatt, this has been a little good luck piece. I did like that Universal. What do you fucking call it? The Peacock doc about Bray Wyatt. I thoroughly enjoyed. Trying to show you something very exciting, but of course my fingers are just not working properly, and I just can't do what I want to do here, and it's upsetting me. For crying out loud. God in heaven. Here we go. This is my little fiend. Look at that. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that uproarious? So, Bray Wyatt, it's sad. He's no longer with us, but that Peacock documentary was quite good. I don't know if my buddy Jimmy Faluca, that was his assignment to watch that thing. I don't know if he actually took his assignment seriously, but he was assigned to watch it so we could discuss it. I've done a response video already, solo Mike Messier, not solo Sokoa. God, fuck. Now I'm trying to put this goddamn thing back where I had it, and it's just frustrating. What else? Yeah, they shouldn't split up these titles anymore. Tell Gonzo and Jimmy, watch WWE, Uncle Howdy coming back, teasing it now. Yeah, I was a bit surprised. Jimmy apparently wasn't watching WrestleMania in live time. Our buddy there, our other buddy, Gonzo, did watch it in live time, so I'm happy for that. But Jimmy is just so angry with the state of the union right now. And I get it. I mean, you see me, I'm always pissed off about something, but I still watch WrestleMania. If nothing else, because of tradition. Well, fine, folks. I hope you had a wonderful day. Yesterday was Thursday. I haven't gone to slumber yet. I went to sleep at 6 a.m. this day and woke up at like 9. So I went on about 3 hours of sleep. I did go back to sleep for another hour. So I guess I'm going on about 4 hours of sleep. So I think I'm going to call it a day, as they say. And like I said, if you're looking for Mike Messier commentary, a lot of nice gentlemen and people were enjoying my Mike's Instant Movie reviews, which I appreciate. Some nice European friends are chiming in. Some really nice things people said. Some funny stuff, too. I enjoyed some of the comments. So that's about it. So this weekend, I'll probably be doing some UFC 300 stuff. I'll probably see a movie. I think the Monkey Man movie is like the big movie that I haven't seen, and I want to see that on Dolby Digital before it goes away. Mikey, people were upset on Raw. People using NXT talents, not surprised, like MJF. Well, from what I understand, Michael AJ Norris, MJF, didn't he resign with AEW for a couple more years? So I think any type of speculation that MJF would be at WrestleMania or popping in on NXT. I mean, they can't have everybody. You know what I mean? And there's so many good wrestlers, and there's really only 2 American companies anyway that can afford these wrestlers. Where does MLW and Impact Wrestling fit into this thing? I don't know if they give their wrestlers enough money to get by, or even the National Wrestling Alliance. I really don't know the answer to some of these queries. So we'll just have to watch and find out. But, I mean, MJF has really been the straw that mixes the drink in AEW for the last few years. So I'd kind of like to see MJF stick in AEW. And to be quite honest with you, buddy, I don't know if MJF would do as well in WWE as he seems to think he will. Movie to see, Civil War. I saw it today, buddy. I saw it at 4 o'clock, and the review is up already. So the review with the nice thumbnail, if you go to the Mike's videos, it should be the most recent video besides this one, and it should also be on the Mike's Instant Movie Review. MikeMessier.com. Scroll to the bottom of MikeMessier.com. Any page, you can see the Stand Me on social. You can see the Buy My Books, for Christ's sakes. Fight or Play Basketball. A Distance from Avalon. You can watch One Man in a Camera Films YouTube channel, the #1 pro wrestling and sports fan for the wrestling stuff. That's it. Okay, AJ and everybody else, thanks for chiming in, and see you next time.